LA Chargers just recently completed their second preseason game of the year, and one player that I've been extremely high on is their rookie safety, RJ Mickens. And what I wanted to do in this video is kind of break down some of his film to show you exactly who he is and what he is adding to this team, at least in the preseason. I know it's a very small sample size and it is very early, but I do like what I am seeing out of him. So we're going to break down the film. Before we really dive in and break down what we saw, do me a favor and comment down below maybe another player or two players that you would like me to break down before their next preseason game, which I know is like in a couple of days. So hit the like button, subscribe, and let's honestly just dive right in. So right here is playing as a box safety. Right, they're really crowding this line of scrimmage, 8 guys up front. And the first thing that we notice out of him is his ability to read, react, and attack. He's going to extend those arms. He's going to create a little bit of leverage here to be able to disengage at any point in time. They give the ball to rookie running back Jarquez Hunter. Now, we all know running backs they have a variety of different ways that they can go, right? They can hit many different holes, right? So as a safety, someone that's in the box, we don't want to overcommit, because if they break this and you commit to the wrong angle, you're done, right? But right here, he kind of reads, reacts, he gets engaged, right? But his eyes kind of stay on the running back, so he knows where he's going, and breaks is the first guy there. Ultimately, isn't the guy who, you know, is not a solo tackle by any means, but he's the first guy there. So I do like his ability. I do think there is some areas of his game that he will need to improve. But overall, I thought this was a really good game for RJ Mickens. I thought he was great in run defense. I did think he had some struggles in pass coverage. We're going to break everything down. Let's dive in. So I want you guys to remember that very last play. And now look at it this time, right? It's not the same play. It's a different play. But watch the approach, right? The physicality that he comes with on this play compared to the last one. So once again, they got that same wide receiver over here trying to block in line. They're going to power everything this side of the field. But again, as a safety or as a linebacker, we got to understand that everything could look like it's going to the right, but they could bounce this thing back. That cutback lane is the most dangerous thing in football, because if everyone were to commit downhill where all the offensive line were going, then boom, you got no one to beat, right? So essentially, we got to be extremely careful here and watch Mr. RJ Mickens, right? He's going to, boom, lower the shoulder, destroy the wide receiver, and go make a tackle. These are the plays that get the Chargers, and why the Chargers wanted to draft this guy. He plays with a different level of physicality, and he is still very, very young, where he's going to get better over time. And I think he's going to, you know, build up his frame. He's going to get stronger. He's going to get more physical. So this is really just scratching the surface in terms of what he can bring as that box type of safety. Again, I am super excited. Tony Jefferson looks really good. That dude just doesn't age. I don't know why. But you also have, you know, Gilman, he's amazing. And you have Elijah Molden. You got RJ Mickens. The Chargers have a lot of guys. Look at that. Boom, boom. Love it. Then Jamar Caldwell also gets in there as well. These rookies, man, I'm telling you, these rookies, they could be something dangerous for the Chargers. Here's another one. Again, I like his ability, his physicality in the run game, man. I feel like he plays with a sense of urgency, but also a fearlessness, where he's not afraid who the running back is. He doesn't care who you are. He's going to try to make a play every single time. Now, on this one, the offense comes out in what we like to call 12 personnel. Essentially, one running back in the backfield. Got 2 tight ends here to the right side. You have 1 wide receiver, but again, I'm gonna count him as a tight end here, not in line. Specifically, again, they hand it off here, and look at RJ Mickens. Really good job coming downhill and making a play. He's right here on your screen, right? He hits the hole, boom, lowers his shoulder and makes a play. These are the ones, again, that I'd love to see, especially if you want to put a safety in the box. Right, you need that guy to be fearless. You need him to be physical. You need him to want to make plays, want to make tackles. There's some guys out there who are better just, you know, as a deep safety, because they don't want to make those tackles. They just want to play in coverage, right? RJ Mickens, although he's not the biggest guy in the world, this dude is not scared to put his body on line, and that is why they went out and drafted him. They love him, and honestly, watching these little clips just from week 2 of the preseason alone, I'm starting to understand exactly why they took him. And really quickly, guys, do me a big favor, hit the like button if you haven't already done so, but also subscribe to the channel. It is completely free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Chargers throughout not only the rest of the preseason, but also the regular season. Not only are we going to cover offense, we're going to cover defense and individual player film. Once the season kicks off for real, you're going to see a lot more team breakdowns. So get ready for that, and let's continue to dive in. Here's an interesting play. He actually reads this thing like a book. Let me move myself over here. So RJ Mickens is right here on your screen. He's going to come down. They're going to priest that motion Covey to this left side. We're going to see him actually follow for just a second. Now, what happens here, very intriguing, by the way, is once he gets over to the middle, he kind of communicates a switch with, I believe, 40. I want to say, right? 40 rotates over for him, which now means he was supposed to cover that inline tight end, right? So he gets him. You got man-to-man there. Now, this inline tight end actually crosses the formation and gets into the flat. So he's got to react and be very instinctual on this play, and I feel like he does it perfectly. Once he communicates with his teammate here and gets that switch going, look at how quickly he's able to read this, get there, and go make a play on the tight end. Again, dude, I love his tackling ability. In space, I trust him, right? And that, in my opinion, doesn't matter. But you can tell they trust him. They trust him, and they will trust him. Such a good open field tackler. Again, we'll continue to monitor as we go into week 3 and then week 1 of the regular season. To see how much he plays, but overall, man, I don't know, I haven't seen anything bad yet. All right, what did we say earlier, man? That cutback lane, it's always the most dangerous thing in football. We're gonna see RJ Mickens right here on your screen. Again, they're going to establish something to the right, and he's actually going to cut this back across the field in the other direction. Okay, Jarquez Hunter, Auburn running back now, Ram running back. As RJ Mickens drops back, he kind of reads, kind of reacts, kind of attacks here. Now, again, watch how he doesn't overcommit, because listen, right here at this point in time, we know, or at least we think, he is going to break this, right, somewhere up this right side, right? We could kind of guess that. But instead of RJ Mickens taking this type of approach where he just beelines it right over to where he should be, let's just wait until he actually picks and chooses that hole that he wants to use. And right here, again, instead of overcommitting and overrunning it, boom, just imagine if he made the mistake to overcommit there, and now boom, he's gone. So although he doesn't play it perfectly, he plays it well enough where he's able to make that shoestring tackle, and they only pick up, what, 11 yards on it, which is still a good pickup for the offense, right? But again, could have been a lot worse if these guys were to overcommit downhill, and then boom, there he goes down or gone on that cutback lane. But again, I thought RJ did a good job not overcommitting, reading, reacting, and then boom, once he makes his decision, look how his eyes are always on the running back. That's how you need to play that, especially if you're a box safety. You need to be able to make smart decisions. I think that was a deep. All right, here's another play. We got basically a dig route over the middle of the field here. RJ Mickens is going to be your deep safety, and I can perfectly a little bit better there. So we're gonna get this deep dig over the middle of the field. As we drop back, I mean, again, they're in 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end. The Chargers do send a little bit of a late blitz, overload that right side. Usually quarterbacks, right, if they feel pressure coming off a certain side of the field, this is usually the side that you want to throw to, whether it be a dig or whether it be a shallow cross or whatever it may be. You usually want to throw it to the pressure side because it's less defenders there, right? So over here, you got a 3-on-2, and over here, it looks like you got a 2-on-2 with the deep safety. So that's what they do. This guy bites down a little stop route. They find the dig over the middle. But RJ Mickens, again, good job in open space. Very reliable as a tackler. This is what I want to see out of him right here. And again, I know they pick up a nice chunk of yards there. But again, being able to make those tackles is huge as a deep safety or box safety. Anybody that wants to play in the NFL, you need to be able to tackle at a high level. So overall, I thought Mickens looked pretty good in this preseason week 2. There's still a lot more to go though, so it's got a lot more to prove. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified when we do post these videos. See you in the next Chargers update. Peace.